Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We can't hear you.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Keller.
Woohoo! Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We're just sitting out here at the beach, hanging out. It's really nice. It's very breezy. We're not breaking any laws of any kind. We're not supposed to be at the actual beach, but we figured we'd bring the beach to you since we were supposed to have our beach service together, but we're kind of having our beach service together. So hope you brought your sunscreen. Hope you brought your cooler. And that was some beautiful strumming there by Jacob Rosenfield. Thank you very much, sir. Leading us into the cool, calm, sweet breeze. Beautiful. Hope that you're going to also do that. Hopefully you'll also breathe into Shabbat a little bit. Let go of the week that's been behind us and breathe into the week that's coming. So we're going to officially start with a little Hine Matov. We have all these fabulous people, as you can see in the screen, who are going to be helping us out. Our what are we calling them, Ken or Sarah?
This is the Tefillah team.
The Tefillah team.
Tefillah team.
Oh, woo, Tefillah team. So they're going to be helping us out. So we're going to begin with a little Hine Matov medley.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
That was lovely. I feel like we're kind of entering into that cool, calm breeze we were talking about, shedding the week behind us. I think so. That was very nice. Thanks, Margot. That was very nice. So Ken or Sarah, do you want to introduce everyone in like the Brady Bunch squares?
Oh, sure. I think
down below to your right.
Well, it's different on their screen than it is on ours. Actually, I have a couple screens open. Shocker. So I'll tell you. I think it looks like I'm on the bottom. So on the top left are the Kameners. So we've got Lila and Hannah and Sarah. Top middle is Maciel. Top right is Raya and Tali, and the Avivi family, I think, are getting in on some of this going on here. I love it. On the second row left is Jacob. Middle is Margot. And then you all know Rabbi Keller, and I'm Cantor Sarah. So here we are.
Here we are, yay. So we're going to continue with the lighting of Shabbat candles. Typically, if we were outside, it'd be very breezy and complicated, but I feel like the Avivis might be able to handle it in the environment that they're in right there. So we're going to continue. This is your chance, by the way, to find your prayer book. The virtual prayer books are available on our website. So cbiboca.org, you go to Shabbat. When you get to Shabbat, you'll see that there is a link you can press there that will take you right to our Shabbat prayer book. And the page numbers are right, not the locator number. You're going to see a locator number. They're like in the 400s or whatever. Don't use that one. Look at the actual page. So again, cbiboca.org and go to hit the Shabbat button at the top right. And then it should take you to the right place so you can follow along with us. So the lighting of Shabbat candles, if you're following along with us, are on page 2 if you're following along, we'll give you a second to find that virtual prayer book, and then we're going to start in a second. In the meantime, you can just glance at all of our beach scenes. Mine isn't moving. Some of them are moving. I'm a little jealous.
Am I supposed to?
I'm a little jealous. Jacob, you have like waves in yours. It's not fair. Oh, Avivi's too. You guys have waves.
Okay, should I be doing
They're
1, 2?
We can see.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Thank you very much, Avivi's. And your hair looks great, not like windblown or anything. You guys look great. Oh yeah, that looks fabulous. Yes, thank you very much. We are going to continue with Shalom Aleichem. It's sort of the tail end of what would be our beautiful section of Psalms, but we kind of figured you're maybe psalmed out because you had all these Psalms during Passover. So, we're just kind of, don't worry. Tomorrow you can join us for Shabbat morning services at 9 o'clock. There'll be more Psalms there. But, and there were plenty of Psalms during your Seders, or earlier Psalms and later Psalms, Psalms everywhere. So we're going to continue with Shalom Aleichem. If you're following along in the book, it's on page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Malei Yasharei, Malei Elyon. Melech, Malei Hamadim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Malei Shalom, Malei Shalom, Malei Elyon. Melech, Malei Hamadim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Niem L'Shalom, Malei Shalom, Malei Elyon. Melech, Malei Hamadim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedek Shalom, Malei Shalom, Malei Elyon. Melech, Malei Hamadim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Yes, beautiful, very nice. We had all of our peacefulness brought into us with Shalom Aleichem, which concludes that opening section for us of Kabbalat Shabbat, lighting of the candles, Shalom Aleichem in our midst. And now we get to transition into the proper evening service, the great transitioner, Chatzi Kaddish. That is on page 26 if you are following along.
Yikadal ve'yikadash shmei rabach, adibrach yirutei, be'amlich machutei, bechayechon uvyomechon, uchaye v'chol beit Yisrael, bagala, uvizman kariv, v'yemeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'am lo me'amaya, yitzbarach ve'yishtabach, b'ra'ar b'raman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei kedusha b'richu, le'elam mikor birchata v'shirata, tushvechata v'nechemata, damiram ve'amla, v'meru amen.
And we continue with the Baruch Hu, our call to worship. Typically, we would ask you to stand, so you're welcome to stand wherever you are or remain seated. The Baruch Hu can be found on page 28.
Adonai Hamevorah, Baruch Adonai Hamevorah Le'olam Va'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
We thank God for making nights with Ma'ariv Aravim, Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim, Bechokhma Poteach She'arim, ובתבונה משנה עתים ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע, כרצונו בורא יום ולילה, כולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים, blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. We continue now. If you're following along, we are going to continue on the top of page 33 in your prayer books, if you're following along. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch Ata Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema 34:35.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malachuto Le'olam Va'ed.
We continue V'ahavta 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצוותיו כיום על לבביך, ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתיכם בארץ מצרים, להיות להם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. So typically before we go into Michamocha, it's just a regular day before we go into Michamocha. But on this day, just in the middle of Pesach, Michamocha takes on a whole new meaning for us. This is the moment at the sea. This is the moment that we stood there. This is the moment that the sea parted for us, this miracle that happens for us. This is the DNA of the Jewish people, this Exodus moment. We talk about it all the time. It's even in the regular Friday night Kiddush. We talk about the importance of the Exodus from Egypt. And so this moment at the beach, like we're standing right now, is where the Israelites were, just standing on that beach, little different beach, but they were standing there, and they had that water in their face. They had the mist of the water as it parted. And so I hope that all of us, because we are in search a little bit of this freedom right now. We do have our freedom, but we have this complicated freedom right now because we're at home. So I do hope that maybe you can close your eyes and really focus on the importance of our freedom, and maybe even feel that cool mist of the breeze, of the salty air, as we continue with Michamocha. If you're following along, that's on page 40.
We now continue with the Hashki Venu.
42, if you know page number. 42. Keep going.
42.
Keep going.
Keep going? Okay, cool. Hashki Venu Adonai Eloheinu Eshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lehai. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashki Vehinu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lehai. the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom. V'hamideinu shomreinu lehaim. Lehaim. Lehaim.
Anananananana Adonai. Ananananana Satayv Tiftach. Ananananana Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai. Ananananana Satayv Tiftach. Ananananana Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha.
Our Amidah continues on page 46. Again, if you'd like to stand, please do so. Otherwise, you can remain seated.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוהר חסי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
If you have a prayer book, we are continuing silently from page 52 through page 62, and then we have some time for our own silent prayers, thoughts, and meditations.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תהילה ואמרו עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תהילה ואמרו
I love Nava Tequila. They're so good. So good. Oh, and you too. I mean, Sarah, you did a great job. But Nava Tequila was the right. They're the ones who did it, right? Isn't it theirs? Yeah, nice. Thank you. Thank you for nodding. It's very good. Thank you.
Yes, and I love them, and they rode in my car one summer at a conference I was at. So like I know them, and they're awesome, and they're so nice, and I love all their music.
They rode in your car?
They rode in my rental car. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's a really close connection to Nava Tequila. It's very deep. Okay. So I have tried to calculate this, and I have been in self-quarantine-ish, just the walks outside and a couple of sneaks over to the synagogue to get a couple of things. But other than that, I've been in quarantine for about 26 days, possibly. That feels about right, like some form of quarantining. And I think we're all kind of counting. I think if you take a second and you counted how many days maybe you've been in quarantine, your own sort of self-quarantining because of the virus, you could probably come up with some similar number to that. And we're counting those days as well, these days that we are either in school or missing school. Everyone has a different sort of pattern of school. Either some of it is on Zoom, some of it just kind of get like a bulk of work from your school, and then you work on it. People are working from home. People are on Zoom at home. People are even maybe running into an empty office for a little while somewhere, and everyone's sort of counting. There's this counting pattern that we have going on with us. Also, by the way, a lot of us have become math teachers and science teachers and PE teachers. My son the other day my 9-year-old was doing burpees on the floor in the middle of the day, hoping that was PE and not science. So we're all sort of turning ourselves into these different personas to take care of ourselves as we're counting these days. And so we're also clearly and unfortunately counting, as we watch the news, all these tragic deaths all over the globe. And it's this staggering number that we see over and over again, and we continue to do this counting. We're also doing the counting on when can we leave, like when can we leave this quarantine? When can we get back to our regular, quote, lives? We're all counting down to do this. And so Judaism, as you might guess, has a counting factor built into it. And we're sitting in the middle of it. We just started it, actually. So not really in the middle, we just started it. So last night at the second Seder, we started something called counting of the Omer. Now the word Omer refers to like a sheaf, like an ear, like a bundled section of like corn or wheat or grain. And so you're supposed to count them in the biblical period traditionally, because that's when the harvest was. So you had these like sheaves and you would count them, and that was the Omer, and then you counted it. And you count the Omer now. We started, like I said, last night, second Seder, first night. You count them on the night of, because like every Jewish holiday. So last night was the first night of the Omer. This night would be the second night of the Omer, so on and so forth. And it's 49 days that we count, actually. 49 whole days between Passover and, I can hear you saying it at home. Come on. Shavuot. Good, excellent, nice. So between Passover and Shavuot, we count these 49 days of this time period. It is from the moment that our moment of our redemption, right? The moment that we leave to the moment we reach the promised land. This is the span that we're in, this very interesting counting. And I'll tell you that normally the Reform movement doesn't take this traditional counting. We don't really, because you're supposed to do it every day, and you're really not supposed to miss a day. So you're supposed to, like, when you get home in the evening, you're supposed to sit down, say the special formula of words, and then you're supposed to count the Omer day in and day out for these 49 days. I invite us to do something else, though, on this Shabbat, on this special beach Shabbat, on this Shabbat that is now the second night of the Omer, leading into the rest of the 49 count. And that is that I would love for you to flip this difficult counting that we're having. We're having this difficult counting. How many days we're stuck at home, how many days we are sort of trapped. And I'm going to ask us to flip it with the help of two of my rabbinic colleagues who wrote a beautiful article. The Skolnick, two rabbis married to each other, last name Skolnick. Thank you very much. I'll give them credit. I think we should embrace quarantine. We should enjoy, actually, every day we have together with the closest people who we're quarantining with. I would love for us to flip it. Think about counting our days for good, counting our days for the special moments that we get to share, and think about it positively. This is what they say. They say, in an effort to make our days more meaningful, make our days count instead of count our days. We should choose each day in our quarantine and reach out to each other. We should take a deep breath at the end of the day and count each day and make it special. And they even came up with a special blessing just for this. I'll say it in Hebrew, then I'll tell you what it says in English. Hineni mukhan mzuman lekayem mitzvat aseh shel pikuach nefesh, kmo shekatuv b'Torah, uvacharta b'chaim. Here I am, actively ready to fulfill the mitzvah, the commandment of saving lives, as the Torah teaches, and you shall choose life. We should engage in that, I think. And another blessing, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ha'oneh be'at tzara. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, the one who answers us in our times of crisis. That's how we should, I think, begin every evening when we sit down with our family and count these full 49 days. This is already day 2. And we should do that. And I think that we should mark it somehow. I think that either get a jar of marbles, or you can make a calendar and put stickers on it. You can give tzedakah every day at the end of the day, and then take that money and give it and take care of it and give it at the end of our quarantine time to someplace great and fabulous and someplace that you believe in. There are so many ways that we can translate this feeling closed in and counting the days into instead making our days count. So I invite all of us to do that. I invite all of us to change our mode and our way, and I want you to document it. I would love for you to do that. I would love for you to take a picture or a video of you doing it night after night, either the marble or the tzedakah or whatever it is. When you gather together every night, I want you to take a picture of it. I would like for you to hashtag it, CBI, hashtag CBI Boka Omer, O-M-E-R. And I would love for you to post them. You can send it to our marketing team, marketing@cbiboka.org. They would love to see everything, to post everything, and to see you actually make our days count instead of count our days on how we feel we might be trapped in this quarantine that we're in, this self-quarantining. So I wish everyone a lovely Shabbat, so much health, so much happiness. Hope everyone is safe, and let's everyone make our days count.
So we will now continue with the Mishe Berach. On what page, Rabbi?
We're going to continue Mishe Berach. That is, if you're following along, that's on page 253. 253. Before you start, though, you can sort of play a little bit, kind of, Jacob, in the background, if you don't mind. I'm going to read off a couple of our names of our congregants who are on our Mishe Berach list. We think of Lori Kestacher, Deborah Benson, Alvin Yarkin, Charlotte Kammer, Richard Levine, Nicole McKevitt, Michelle Kingen, Karen Silver, Sheila Butler, Carol Porwich, Michelle Orvard, Elliot Porwich, Michael Medoff, Chava Leah but Esther, Rachel Glatt, Joe Samet, Josh Bernstein, Margot Engel, David Schwartz, Casey Rosenmeyer, Marcia Schiller Silverstein, Avira Chavez, Gary Bandel, Victoria Athis, Chana Rachel Bat Dvora, Baruch Ben Pnina, Shelby Cabin, Thelma Fisher, Howard Kleinberg, Elliot Kleinberg, Hannah Zagel, Naomi Kirstein, Lori Chazen Hurwitz, Michael Zoll, Ben Evans, Toby Koritsky, Tammy Shestak Lipsky, Claire Weiss, Linda Freilich, Marjorie Frankel, Alex Sanchez. To those names, we add the ones that you're thinking of, even though we can't hear you in this way we're doing it. Shout them out in your house. Our world hears it. So take a second to share the name of someone you're thinking of who might need a healing, a physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. As Jacob
Rabbi,
continues. Yes.
watching the YouTube on another screen, and there is a chat. So if you wanted to put who you're thinking of in the chat, we're not going to read them out, but at least you can put that name out and you can put it in the chat box under the YouTube if you want, and that way we can all be thinking of your loved ones.
Thank you, Cantor Sarah. We'll continue now with Mishe Berach. Again, if you're following along, 253.
Mishe Berach Avoteinu Mikor HaBracha Imotenu, be the source of strength, who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishepera imotenu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
So we have a couple of announcements coming up. So many things happening at the synagogue this week. Just kidding. Just kidding. There's nothing happening at the synagogue this week because we're closed. So don't.
That's not true because we are literally in Zoom all day, every day. So
That's true. I mean, there are things happening in the synagogue community, just not physically in the building of the synagogue, because don't go there. There's no one there. So yeah. For instance, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. we have our Torah study. There's a Zoom link provided for you. That's a conversational opportunity if you want to chat with us, or just show up and not chat with us. Maybe if you want to talk to Sarah and not talk to me, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So that's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Again, there's a Zoom link for that. And then on Thursday, right? On Thursday is our 7th day of Passover. Is that right? It's Wednesday. Wednesday at 10 a.m. Is 7th day of Passover. There will this. I think it will look just like this, actually, and that is also for Yisker. So if you are going to be observing Yisker, 10 a.m. And then between now and then, also we have so many other things that are on our regular calendar that we've been doing on all of our videos and all of our ways that we can connect with you. A huge, incredible, amazing thanks to our marketing team, to Jessica and to Erin, and to Rachel, and
Marissa.
to Marissa, and to who I don't know, Sarah in the religious school, and so many people who are helping us get all the words out on the word on what we're doing. So thank you to everyone for all of that. An incredible, wonderful, and fabulous team. So thank you. We are going to continue with Leinu, which is on page 282 if you're following along in the prayer book.
Aleinu l'shalveach l'adon hakol, l'teker l'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu kuye aratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam kalenu kahem, vegor aleinu kehol hamonam, ve'anachnu korim, Umishtahabim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lamelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
We are going to transition into Mourners Kaddish in a moment. Going to read the names of the families and names of people from our congregation who are observing Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period, and of course, the yortzites that occur this week for the congregation. Also, if there's a name you'd like to share, please share their name in our chat so that they can be acknowledged by our entire community who is watching with us. In the period of Shloshim, we are thinking of Barbara Goldstein, Norman Fallett, Sheila Gold, Bert Marcus, and Marcia Fisher. And our yortzites that occur this week are Charles Brodsky, Betty Kahn, Nancy Crown, Lewis, Robert Dubov, June Ein Seidler, Faye Geronimus, Judy Ginter, Abraham Gottlieb, Bernice Herman, Victoria Jacobson, Jake Joseph, Michael Kaplan, Ann Cornmell, Esther Leventhal, Samuel Luboff, Beatrice Malter, Adele Lerner, Joel Nadell, Brett Perkins, Alan Posner, Alan Press, Mayor Radinsky, Irene Rosen, Ann Rosenbaum, Elizabeth Rosenfeld, Jack Schmelter, Shirley Shoulder, Louis Sloan, Judy Smerelson, Albert Spiegel, Ruth Roselle Stewart, Leona Tools, Geraldine Vollmer, Mitzi Weingarten, Dora White, Harry Wilkes. And like I said, to those names, we add any names that you are thinking and or sharing for our community. Mourners Kaddish, if you're following along in our Siddur, can be found on page 294. And once again, if you wish to stand, please do so. Yitkadal v'kadash shemei rabbah, ve'amad ivra chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chay dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehe shemei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'mei maya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה על שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. As together, all of us in our whole community say Amen. Cantor, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, Cantor Sarah.
Hi.
So do you want to end, we want to do Kiddush and then we'll end? Is that how you'd like to do it? Okay.
That says in my outline.
That's what says your outline. I know how much you stick to your outline. Oh yeah, oh outlines.
Oh, my Kiddush cup is vanishing into the ocean.
If you hold it in front of you, it'll stay, like right in front of you. No, like in front of you, in front of you. That's the camera, in front of you. There it is, see? See, there it is.
Oh.
You moved it, oh yeah, oh.
All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei b'ri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah lemikra kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidasha mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'ratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat l'chaim.
We are going to conclude today with a little Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. If you're following along, that's way end of the prayer book, 353, as we are where we are going to conclude. 353.
O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Salam Aleinu Ve'al Kol Ha'olam, Salam, Salam. Salam Aleinu Ve'al Kol Ha'olam, Salam, Salam. O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam.
Peace for everyone. A special thanks to this magical group that you can see in the screen here. Special thanks to Field over there, to the Avivis, to all the Kameners, Siegel, thank you very much, Margot, Maciel, Rockin, really great. Cantor Sarah, clearly. Cantor Sarah. Really, 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 really fabulous. Adonai Oz La'amo Yiten, Adonai V'rechet Amo V'Shalom. May God give strength unto our people. Continue to bless us with hope and lots of strength and peace and love. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Stay healthy. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Woo-hoo.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.